This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Gloryvee Cordero. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thanks for asking. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. What part of the world are you in right now, Gloryvee?
I'm in sunny Florida.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
Which of my talents, huh? Well, I'm talented in many ways, but perhaps my technology and my skill sets, I'm not sure.
All right. Well, tell us about your technology and skill sets, please.
Sure. Well, I've been in the tech world for about 20 years. I've done a lot of work with different companies. As of right now, I am the co-founder of a biotechnology company, and it's quite interesting, obviously, being a woman and being in technology and in this space and industry. I actually just finished pitching in front of an audience a couple weeks back, and I won second place. So yeah, that was quite an adventure. But we've been very agile and active within our industry and developing a lot of different technologies for the medical science and medical devices for different conditions. And our technology is able to monitor, predict, and prevent life-threatening events from occurring. So things like a stroke or a heart attack. Our devices are able to monitor those types of conditions with wearable device applications and with the platform and system that I was able to develop.
Now, are you talking about the software side or are we talking about hardware side?
Well, we have to take care of both. And I'm the chief information officer, so I handle a lot of the programming, the technology that's utilized, and implemented, and then looking at the hardware and designing a lot of the devices, programming the chips that go into these devices, and working with a lot of different engineers and different industries to try to put it all together.
When did you fall in love with that?
Oh gosh, back in 2015, I was actually a gaming developer. I owned a studio, and we were producing a lot of mobile applications and games. And we were actually looking at these wearables to program them so that they could open, trap doors in our video games, or, you would wear a ring and you could, use it as a sword within the game and things of that nature. And, from that, it evolved, and we noticed that we could actually use, these wearables, rings and the watches and a lot of the tags that have the chips in order to program them for medical purposes. And so...
Wow, when did that happen, though? When did you cross those connections?
Yeah, those thresholds, right? It's all due to being friends with a neuroscientist, right? My friend and co-founder, the other co-founder of our company, SciX, is Dr. Joanna Gamble George, and she and I, we went to college together. We started grad school, different degrees, but we just did a lot of different projects for fun, and we developed a friendship throughout the years. And decades later, right, we were still friends, and we were still having a great time looking at all these different things in the world that we wanted to impact or influence in some way. And so I was building games, and she was saving lives, because she was conducting research, on Parkinson's and AIDS and looking for remedies and solutions. And I had a conversation one night with her, and I was like, we can actually do something together with what we've been going to school for. And we started to put together all of the moving parts, and it just came together.
It's amazing. That is an amazing story. I'm always fascinated by the power of a conversation. It's the connection between so much in life. And I'm glad that as well that you both were functioning in your capacity, right? Like, I mean, it sounds funny, but like you were gaming while she was
Yes.
saving lives, as you said. But it's combined now. And I think if I could touch on it, I'll say caring. Like, who did you learn that from? The ability to care for others?
Gosh, that had to be our cultural background and, my upbringing. My family, we are just very, very close. And I think that being Hispanic and the Latino culture, we tend to be very family oriented. The other co-founder, Joy, she's just as united, not just with my family. I mean, our families know each other and are very close, but just in general, we're just two people who absolutely love people, and we wanted to do as much as we could to bring an influence and bring something impactful in everything that we were doing. Every time we speak, we talk about that, about how can we make this so that it saves more lives? How can we continue to utilize our skill sets to really influence the different industries that we're involved with? And our families do play a very special and a very deep role in that, because we love them so much. And, we've often have placed all of our projects aside just to care for them, because they mean so much to us. But
yeah, that happened as well with this conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember we were about to have this conversation, and you had a situation occur, and you strapped down, right? You were like, "Hey, we can't connect.
Absolutely,
family is important." I love that. There's a place we visited in Florida, in St. Petersburg. It's a co-working space called Rising Tide. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I have not been to it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, you should visit the owners and founders. I think you'll love what they're doing as well there. Yeah, please.
Oh, wow, yes.
Tell them Angel sent you. We
I will.
Yeah, we were there for a day, and we interviewed a ton of individuals that passed through. It was a holiday. I think I can't remember the day, but I think what holiday falls around September 4th.
Oh, I think it's Labor Day weekend or something?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So, we were there, and, they opened up Rising Tide for us, and it was really great. It's a really great space. I look forward to
That's wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to have to go check it out.
Yeah, you'll love it. All right, my friend. Again, amazing audience. We are live with Gloryvee Cordero. Again, she is the CIO of SciX. You can check her out on LinkedIn, yeah? Is there any other place you'd like people to connect with you?
Sure. I mean, they can check out our projects at scix.io. That's SCIX.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
It's really just Science X, we just shortened it. And yeah, you guys can check us out and connect with us. We love to connect with people on LinkedIn, or if you guys have anything that you would like for us to help with. We love getting involved, and we love seeing what others are doing and how we can help. So absolutely. Let's collaborate anytime.
Wonderful. Well, let's switch gears for a moment now. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm blue Caribbean water. Gloryvee, what's your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, wow. Okay, don't laugh, okay? My earliest childhood memory was my first bath. Ooh. That was the first memory I have as a baby. Isn't that... Yeah. I'm not sure if it was my baptism or I know that it was my first bath, and I remember it clearly. That was my first.
Why do you think that memory is so clear?
I have no idea. I don't know if subconsciously it means something, but it's the first thing that I remember is the bath, is bathing.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, they say that water means that you're emotional, and so, or at least that you're connected to your emotions and you're not afraid to really explore them. So, I mean, I believe that it does play a role to be able to not just understand your emotions, but also understand the emotions of other people, and having that emotional intelligence of, really just connecting with others on any level or in any way that is necessary or needed. So maybe that's why. Maybe, I remember water because I'm so connected with the emotional vibrations of, this earth. So,
That's
or
super
other
cool.
people.
It's super cool that I actually told you about rising tide as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And their entire theme is the water. Like when you get in there in the co-working space, you'll see like even their logo. But so can I offer
Yes.
an interpretation to the thought picture that you created in my mind with that memory?
Oh, sure.
I love the concept of being able to help individuals renew who they are through caring. I love the
Oh,
concept
yes.
of water being that thing, right? So first of
Right.
all, you're having a bath, and again, someone is doing that, so someone is caring for you, but with something as pure as water. And I think with your relationship with the co-founder, it's really cool that there's this purity in what you do together with what she does, and combined. In science, it's called a solution, right?
Yes.
combined,
Right.
combined. The base of a solution is most of the times is water, yeah. But to
Yes.
create that symbiotic, if you would,
Sure. Like
model,
an alchemy, right?
I like alchemy. It's just beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, both of us, we truly believe that we can be the alchemists within this industry and utilize the most abstract of thought and just bring it into fruition and give it a concrete solution within this industry. I mean, we thought when we first started, maybe this ring could save a life. How could that be, right? And then going from that concept of like just thinking about code and how symbols and mathematic equations can formulate this alchemist movement, right, where it turns into a device that can actually save someone's life. That all derived from our
Thought.
just this thought, the thought and the process of discovering through thought what could be possible and how it could be possible, and just moving that forward. And you're absolutely right, like the water does play such a big role because we renewed our minds many times through just really going through our emotions and going through just all of these different situations and scenarios and saying, well, that wouldn't work because that's not going to cure a person, or that's not the right, approach or pathway, and redirecting our focus and then finding, that real concrete solution for every device that we've, every programming that has taken place, and all of the different, just development that has occurred.
Yeah, well done, well done. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh, the one that I remembered was Like a Prayer because it was on the television. It was my birthday, and we were going to go, I think it was to like skating, like a skating place, and we were waiting for people to get ready. Like the family was all going, and I remember it was for my 12th birthday, and that song came in the television, and I was waiting for all these people to get ready while listening to it.
That's cool. Again, the theme of combination, right? Collaboration, and again, two totally different styles, right? Andrea Bocelli and Celine Dion, right? So,
Right.
yeah, I love that. All right, well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Gloryvee?
I'm ready.
Glory, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Oh, no.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
It's probably more than 8.
All right, Gloryvee, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Gloryvee Cordero, what would you say that is?
Oh, my. Don't give up.
Love it. Winston Churchill, never give
Yes.
in.
Never give in.
Gloryvee, this was such a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I can't think of anything.
All right, it's all good. Gloryvee Cordero, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.